Hello everyone, today I have a product and it is from AvalonKing. This is going to be some ceramic coating, and as you can see, I've had the hood as well as the bumper on for a little over a month, and it's just been raining non-stop here, so finally have some good weather and it's time to get this applied here. So I'm going to break it down. Apart from the product itself, you'll want to get some microfibers, some alcohol, some instant detailer, and a clay bar. Now, this paint is very fresh, hasn't been washed more than I think 2 times, so the paint itself is really new. If you're looking to use this with some old paint, now what you're going to want to do is actually get a polisher and do a 3-step polish with a compound, polish, wax. And the biggest thing here is the alcohol. We're going to remove all the contaminants. So let's go ahead and cut the plastic off of this. The packaging itself is super cool. Let's take a look at the card. Apply, smile, enjoy. Just a shout out here to AvalonKing again. Let's take a look at the product. This bottle is really cool. It's going to be the Armor Shield 9 here. Let's see what else we got in this package. Looks like we have a card. Have our own polishing towel. It's actually super nice here. Applicator pad. Looks like some microfibers. These are actually some application gloves. So this is the microfiber here, as well as an awesome sticker. Like I said, before we get into these products here, what I'm first going to do is clay bar the car. Second step, apply some alcohol. Now you can see I did pick up some contaminants here with the clay bar. So whether you're using clay luber, instant detailer, whatever you use, just make sure you spray a lot of it. That way you get the whole surface wet, and you don't want to go in a circular pattern. You want to go in a back and forth motion the best that you can here, and that'll be the best way to actually get all the contaminants off the hood, bumper, sides, whatever you're doing. So now I'm actually going to move on to clay barring the front bumper, which should be a piece of cake as well, since, like I said, it's fairly new. So now we have everything clay barred. The biggest thing is whenever you're rubbing back and forth, you may feel a little resistance, and you want to just keep moving back and forth until you just feel a completely smooth surface where that everything just will glide across. Now, whenever you're wiping down too, don't worry too much about getting everything perfectly white, because you're going to be spraying it with alcohol, which is my step now. So let's get to it. So now we're finally ready to apply the coat here. Everything is all polished up, wiped down here with alcohol, and ready to go. So in getting prepared here, you're going to take your foam block, take one of the cloths, set it over, and this card here, as you can see in the block, has little grooves. So what I'm going to do is just push it with the card here into these little grooves. I actually like this a lot because you know it's not going to get out of place once you start applying the coat here. So now I have the towel applied. What you want to do next, with your open bottle, generously apply some drops here onto the pad and get to work. The way that I'm going to do this is a crisscross motion. It will make more sense here in a minute, but I'm going to go one way and then go back over the opposite way, starting here with the hood first. So now I have my drops applied here. Just going to slowly move down. Bring it back. Down again. And back. Bring it down here. And back. It looks a little light here, so I'm going to actually put a little bit more. There we go, that's looking a lot better. So I guess the tip is whenever you're starting out, make sure you put quite a bit on. Like I said, back and forth. Make sure to get these grill inlay areas. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. Try to get a clearer view, but you can actually see it starting to haze up. So almost like a oil slick. Make sure I get all the spots here. Now take care of it for us. Now I'm going to let this dry. Try to show you here, see if it picks it up on camera. You can almost see a little bit of a oil residue. So once the whole thing looks that way, buff it off, move to the next section. You can see right away how much more glossy it actually looks. Makes this carbon fiber look like glass. One thing that I do like is whenever you're buffing, you can actually see really well what areas you've hit and haven't hit. Another huge thing is that whenever you are buffing, it doesn't stick on there. It requires just a little bit of pressure and it comes off. Where I've heard of other companies where you have to really push into there to get that ceramic buffed out. So now I have this section done and move on to the middle of the hood. You can already see how glossy it is. If it wasn't the carbon fiber, you'd think that I'm filming the roof. So let's move on to this last little section here. Hood is looking so good now. It's time to move on to the paint. I'm going to get in the light here and just kind of show you. You can see it's got a little bit of the orange peel to it. I'm curious if this ceramic coat is going to make that line a whole lot crisper. Let's work on it now. I wish y'all could see this in person, but definitely crispened up that line a whole lot more. You can still see a little bit of the orange peel. It's a whole lot smoother of a look. You just see how glossy it is. Super excited to do the rest of the bumper now. It's going to turn out so good. Wow, it's literally like a glass. One thing I did want to point out is whenever they actually buffed this part at the top, I believe there was some, I guess, overspray. And so they sanded it down and I could see the spot where they actually sanded it. When I'm putting this coating on, I can't tell anymore. So definitely adds, say, almost like a little bit of a hint of a clear coat on top of everything. As well as the actual lip itself here. It's kind of a dullish color whenever I first bought it, and now it has a really kind of deep black lip to it, which is what I was wanting out of the box, didn't get, and now I have because of this AvalonKing product. So now, moving on here to the final section. I'm super excited to get this all complete. Pull it out in the sun here. Afterwards, we're going to take a final look. So finally finished up with the buffing here. It's time to pull the car out and actually take a final look. All I can say is wow. I'm super pleased with this product. Thanks again, AvalonKing, for sending this out. I'm gonna let it sit a day. That way everything can cure. Then I'll do some hydrophobic tests with it. But even apart from any hydrophobic water repellency, just the overall look that it gives and the gloss is worth it alone. Alright, so it's been about 24 hours since I've applied the coating and ready to try the hydrophobic test. Now this is just some water in an old bottle. Let's take a look. Wow, literally runs right off. You see that? Nothing. So I definitely give this product a 10 out of 10. And I did want to mention that with this AvalonKing product, it is the 9H. So it's the top ceramic that you can get. The application was super easy. And like I said before, the oil slick look makes it super easy as well just to get off. Like another one I applied in the past where it's just kind of a dull, where I spent more time trying to figure out what to buff. And the product really didn't look too well once I applied it. So I'll leave a link for their website in the description down below. Make sure to check them out. But as always, if you have any questions or any comments, just leave them below, or you can always message me on Instagram at WRX Snowboarder. As always, happy driving and enjoy.